Hello everybody, my name is Isabella Rebel and today we will be looking at the role that magic mushrooms had on ancient Aztec and Mayan cultures. Not used as drugs though, but as sacred tools that helped shape spirituality, healing, and identity. To understand this, we will be looking at two artifacts, very interesting artifacts, that show just how deeply psilocybin was woven into their societies. Let's start off with a very interesting artifact, which is the Aztec statue of Xochipilli, also known as the Prince of Flowers. And so in this statue, you can see he is in a very meditative pose, and he is completely absorbed in divine trance. And so around, it's decorated with plants, the psilocybin mushroom being one of them, and morning glory vine being the other. And these were also known to have very visionary effects. And so what stands out in this statue is his expression. It's almost, his eyes are lifted upwards as if he's communicating with the gods. And the Aztecs believed that he protected artists, shamans, musicians, and these mushrooms, which they called Tiltanactol, or the flesh of the gods, helped create that spiritual connection with the gods. So this statue doesn't just show a person, it shows how mushrooms were seen as a pathway to knowledge. So next up, we have the very interesting Maya mushroom stones, which are found throughout Guatemala. And these carved stones look like mushrooms growing out of animal or human faces, which is very interesting. And so archaeologists think that they were used in ceremonies where shamans would consume mushrooms in order to connect and be able to speak with their ancestors, as well as cure or diagnose illnesses. And these faces carved onto the stems may even represent some spirits or guides that were seen and encountered during their visions. And so these stones suggest that mushrooms were not casual or recreational, but they were highly respected and taken very seriously in healing, decision-making, as well as connecting with ancestors in the supernatural realm. And so with these two artifacts, we see a very consistent theme, which is how mushrooms played such a big role in shaping how ancient Mayan and Aztec civilizations viewed and understood the world around them, and how they used mushrooms to connect with the gods, to heal those that were sick, to guide rulers and shamans, as well as to strengthen cultural identity and community rituals. And so when we study these two artifacts and even their other artifacts, we're not just learning about the mushrooms and their use with the mushrooms, but we're also learning about these two major civilizations that made meaning, found guidance, and built spiritual worlds. So thank you.